Peace, 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 family. Brother Dawa here one more time. Halito to the brethren and the sisters who are under the knowledge that we are the natives of this land. The Chickasaw, the Choctaw, the Cherokee, the Washtenaw, the many wonderful, beautiful, skillful native tribes that were called Negro after we were taken off our land. Yeah, the Negroes. After the pale face who came over here with his denominations or demon nations that he called religious sects, like the Church of Holiness, where Reverend Gino, your apostle, Gino Jennings is the pastor. Now my last video was deleted. YouTube made an excuse and a reason, using a video from December 5th, 2019 that I never even posted. But anyway, I guess they have to have some type of reason to justify the whiners over there in Gino's camp, because I definitely tagged Gino's name in the video. I'm pretty sure his people went to whining. So YouTube succumbed to the whining, deleted my video. How do you use a video I didn't even put up to delete another video? Anyway, YouTube do what they want to do. So whatever. My video wasn't against the guidelines or none of that. But they say it was inappropriate. Yeah, because it had Gino's camp whining and crying. Anyway, I'm here again to do another part 1, but I'm gonna change up a little bit. Not in the description box, but in the comment section, I'm going to put a couple of articles. One that's going to show and prove my point. Both of them are going to prove my point that I'm about to show you now. I'm about to show you a segment of Gino Jennings and I having a conversation, because it wasn't a debate. Let's get that straight right now. In a real debate, there are two people. There are two 20-minute rounds or two 15-minute rounds, depending upon the time, allotted for the building and things of that nature that you have, whatever. Then there's probably a 30-minute round after an intermission. Usually that's probably a 30-minute round where both people get the microphone. Then they have a discussion like Gino and I did. What he did was gave me 10 minutes to state my claim on why I believe that the vac is the mark of the beast. That the shot is the mark of the beast. But I don't know how you're supposed to unravel in 10 minutes the greatest scamdemic or plandemic known in history. I had everything methodically set up in this folder right here. I used some of those things to show you in the last video before they deleted it. And I'll use a few of them in this video as well. But I wasn't allowed to bring forth all my information to fully prove my point. So it wasn't a debate, it was the Gino show. And Gino needs to stop saying he's having debates, because he's not really having debates. He's giving you 10 minutes and they come up there, interject, and start interrupting you, and then you don't get a chance to prove your point, and you get to talking all that nonsense. I don't want that, I want Bible, I want Bible, I want Bible, I want Bible. Which is straight nonsense. The so-called Bible is a history book. How you gonna reject the ones who created and put together the history book you call the Bible? How you gonna reject history but go back 6,000 years ago and use the so-called Bible, which is nothing but history? Ain't none of that stuff been written here in the where we at right now in the present. It was written 6,000 years ago. And the so-called New Testament, which was written by invented by Marcion, which I had this picture and I showed this in the video. I'm gonna upload the video, the full video, in the thread. But this is Marcion, the inventor of the New Testament after the four Gospels. And when I put this video, the first video up, some of the family came and said the Pico family, an Italian family, invented the New Testament. So when I looked it up, the Pico family gave us, the Italian Pico family, gave us the four Gospels. As I said in the video, the four Gospels was put to replace the first 5 books of Moses in the Old Testament, but Gino debunked it or tried to say that's not true, and it is true. The four Gospels can't even get the damn resurrection story straight. All of them, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, saw something different about the resurrection. Now, what court of law would accept witnesses that can't even get their damn story straight? You gotta have your story straight before you go to court. Any real court in law would destroy the so-called New Testament, because the resurrection is the most important part of it. Had he not died, they said, and rose again, we wouldn't even have a right to the so-called tree of life. They ain't even got that part correct. You go read the four Gospels and see on Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John have 4 different recollections of what the hell went on during the damn resurrection. It's all garbage. It was given to us, like I said to Gino Jennings, and I say again, by a bunch of pale faces. Marcion, he put together the rest of the New Testament after the Pico family put together Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. It's all garbage. Now, let me get to this here. Let you see this clip that I'm talking about. And in this clip, I was telling Gino and the rest of the Ginoites that the New Testament and in Daniel, the 7th chapter, as well as in Revelation, the 13th chapter, which I believe was taken out from the the pale-faced translators and given to John the Revelator, whoever the hell that is. It says in both that this mark of the beast, for them to implement this mark of the beast, for these beasts, these pale-faced beasts, to implement the mark of the beast, or their mark, it was going to take a times and a half a time. That's translated as 3.5 years. This thing kicked off in March of 2020. We're not finished. So every part of it is not going on right now. It's everywhere in the world. It's not happening. But what I'm going to show you again, like I said, is telling Mr. Jennings that we're going to have to wait on the president, Joe Biden, to find out what's going to happen with the unvaccinated, because on July 4th, which is the same day that we would supposedly having a debate, which was just a discussion, and the Gino show, the day I was on the Gino show, Joe Biden had already announced that he wanted to open the country fully by July 4th, but he had to have 70% of the population with at least one shot, and he didn't reach that goal according to what they say. He's 7.4 million short, and 7 and 4 is 11, and that's Masonic all day long. Joe Biden ain't nothing but a hologram. Tucker Carlson said that on the news, national news, a few days ago. He's nothing but a vapor. The real Joe Biden of 84 is gone. You're looking at a damn hologram standing up there running his mouth. According to Tucker Carlson. I'm going to link that in the comment section as well. All right? Anyway, Let's listen to me tell him that was the case. Now, the reason why that's important, that we're going to have to listen to Joe Biden, the hologram, to see where the hologram wanted to take us after July 4th. Let's see why. Now, the reason why that's important is because since then, the military has been told that they're supposed to get ready to get forced vaccinated. That was in an article in the Army Times. Look it up. An article in the Army Times told the military, get ready for forced vax September 1st. And he also has said that on the TV, Joe Biden said on television. So I know y'all seen it, especially you Genoites, because y'all watch the news, I'm pretty sure, religiously. That's why you don't know nothing about the real thing that's going on with this shot. But on the news, he said publicly that he was going to start going community to community, community to community, and door to door for those who have not gotten any shots in the arm. All right? That proved my point and what I was trying to say in front of all them Genoites that were just in there rooting and clapping for Geno. Like he was so right. Let's listen to it. Because the word of the Most High, the Ancient of Days, it ain't going to return void. Not ever. Listen to this.
13 verse 16. And he caused us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond,
yes,
to receive a mark in their right hand,
and what?
Or in their forehead,
and
that no man might buy or sell.
No man might buy or sell,
save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Now you said you didn't get the shot, right?
I wasn't there. I'm not that crazy.
All right, so you didn't get the shot. So that means
never will.
All right, so Israel, so you didn't get the mark of the beast, correct?
Right.
Right. When the last time you bought anything?
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark.
Let me deal with that. Let me deal with that. Didn't it say a time? This thing shall go on in Revelation for a time and a half a time. It's got 3.5 years, and we ain't in but a year and a half or so. So it's not finished yet. They're not done. As a matter of fact, this day is the day that the president said he wants to have his 70% of the population vaccinated, and he said that the unvaccinated are going to pay. He only got 7.4 million more than he needs to be vaccinated.
So when Biden give out the vaccination, is he giving out the mark of the beast?
Did I say that?
You said that the vaccine is.
If he's giving it out, then yeah.
It is?
If he's giving it out, then he's giving the mark of the beast. But check this out.
So let me ask you a question.
Okay.
So if someone got the vaccine now and they got the mark of the beast?
I would say they do.
No, not what you would say. According to the Bible. But I want you to answer according to the Bible. I want your opinion.
How can I prove that the vaccine in here it doesn't say the word vaccine? You already said in one of your videos you don't know how it's going to be administered.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, I said I don't know how the mark of the beast going to be administered.
That's what I just said.
But you said you do know because you said it's the vaccine.
You funny.
You're real funny.
That is the shot.
Please come back.
Keep saying
and just
the mark is the shot.
Where you go?
So in essence, you did say.
To do what?
And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand,
and then what?
Or in their forehead.
Yes.
And that no man might buy or sell,
why?
Save he that had the mark.
Now you don't have the mark, because you says, according to you, the vaccine is the mark of the beast. The scripture says you won't be able to buy or sell unless you got the mark.
Yeah, but check this.
When the last time you bought something?
Well, you know,
come on and answer the question.
Let me answer.
When the last time you bought something?
Today.
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark.
But you don't have the mark. How you buy or sell?
That's right. I said again. That's right. I'm going to say it again for the hearing impaired. It said it's going to take 3.5 years for this whole thing to complete. Biden has to come and tell us what his next plan is going to be. They want to double down, I'm pretty sure, on those of us who are not vaccinated. Now, when you have a mask on, sometimes you go in a store, you can't even buy nothing if you ain't got a mask on. But it's not happening everywhere all the time because it depends upon the managers.
All right. Now, like I said, I had to bring confirmation because, see, no matter how many people laugh and think it's a joke, the greatest pandemic in the world, and you got Christians up there laughing and Mr. Gino trying to entertain. That goes to show they're not as spiritual as they claim they are. You don't play with this thing because people are actually dying. Nothing has came from Mr. Gino Jennings' camp concerning what's in the shot. None of that came. I had all the information ready to tell you what was in it. Now I'm going to do a few more parts. I'm not going to bring it out right now what's in it. I'll do it in the next part. I'll discuss some of those things I couldn't discuss. But I am going to say this and I'm going to let y'all go because I'm going to put the information about Mr. Biden going on television and saying he's going door to door. He said that on the day that me and Mr. Jennings was having our discussion. I didn't know that, but I told him, you gotta wait until Mr. Biden finishes his discussion, comes out and tells us what his next plans are. And bam, he came that day, going door to door, after those of us who are not silly enough, who are informed enough, who are righteous and spiritual enough not to take that shot. They're coming after those of us who are not going to do it. And the end game is they want to kill those who would not take the mark. And this shot is the mark. And I'm going to prove that in another video or another 2 or 3 videos. I'm going to break this thing down thoroughly. That's what I wanted to do before and I couldn't do it. But anyway, oh yeah, and I'm going to bring and show you I'm going to put the article where the Army Times said that they were going to, or they were preparing their soldiers for forced vax on September the 1st. Now, if they're going to get them ready, they're going to vaccinate, they're going to give them a shot forcibly, they're going to force them to come on the rest of us. Guaranteed. So yeah, get ready to strap your boots up. This year, it's going to get real hot up in here with this damn shot. All right? So I'm going to link those articles to prove my point. I didn't go all the way to Philadelphia ignorant. I went by the spirit and will of the Most High. I was the one the Most High wanted to do this ever since the foundation of the world. And you can't change that. You can laugh and say, oh, he look high. He look like he on dope, on drugs. I don't even smoke. So you can kill that nonsense. I was just too high in the spirit realm for you all to understand what I was talking about. But those who have an ear, they're going to hear it. And those that don't, they won't. And when them damn nanobots start spreading through all the bodies of those who got them shots up in Gino's camp, they're going to be questioning Gino then about what old brother Dawa said about nanobots spreading through the body. So that right hand and forehead that he was trying to make literal, it doesn't make a difference what I was trying to say. Because it's going to be spreading through your body anyway. So it's going to get to your forehead and it's going to get to your right hand. Don't worry, give it some time. Now, I'm going to show you the founding fathers of the Church of Holiness, and I'm going to let you go. This is one of them. one of the Fletcher brothers. And this is another Fletcher brother. No, I'm sorry. These are the Wesley brothers that were Methodists, and they merged together with this John Fletcher. See the skull in his hand? They are kind of Christian, what do you know? They believe in cannibalism. So yeah, Christian pale faces, they was cannibals, the greatest homosexuals and pedophiles on the planet, the greatest rapers, liars and deceivers, vampires, blood drinkers, baby eaters, all of that stuff. And you know there's a connection with taking the communion, and they believe heavily in communion. They believe you can take communion every day. And that's what the founding fathers believed. That's where they got their religion and doctrine from. These demon nation pale faces, and they call denomination. All in the churches, ain't no such thing as a church of holiness. I done told y'all that came in 1911, and the three men I just showed you, all of them got long hair, and they're the ones who gave it to you. And you can try to overlook it and say, well, the Bible says, be holy, for I am holy. That don't mean go and get no church and name it the Church of Holiness. Doesn't mean that. Just like the Jehovah's Witnesses, hell, they use verses from Isaiah. One verse says, ye are my witnesses. Another verse says that the name of the Father was Jehovah. So they made up Jehovah's Witnesses from that. The Baptist church used the word John the Baptist and made the so-called Baptist church. Then you have the Seventh-day Adventist church, another demon nation of pale faces that believe in JC. They came and said that they use the 7-day Sabbath and named their whole organization after that. Then you have the Pentecostal church, which is where again John Fletcher came out. That's why they have the fire baptism and all that. Ed Gino and them's Church of Holiness because of this guy. Because again, they merged in 1911 and they created the Church of Holiness. But the Pentecostal church came from in the Old Testament where it talked about the day of Pentecost. They went and took the word Pentecost and made a church. It's no different than the Church of Holiness. All these churches that were given to us while we were on plantations getting our back beat out, getting raped, having our families torn up, being called by a byword, nigger, negro, things of that nature. All the time we was going through that stuff, all that stuff came during slavery. None of these religions or demon nations are ancient, because pale faces aren't ancient. We were here before them. Do your research. All right, family? Now, this is the first part. Hopefully YouTube won't mess with the video. Hope I ain't said nothing out of the way, because it's so sensitive. They gave me 2 strikes. They don't want me to get to 1,000 viewers. Because if I do that, I can go live. They hate me to go live. They can't control what I'm saying. You see what I mean? And that's when you really change folks' minds, when you're doing the live videos. But anyway, hopefully they'll be lenient and let the video go through and not listen to the whiners, the whining Genoites over there at the Church of Holiness, Truth of God. All right now, Halil told my brothers and sisters, brother man, get you a sister, sister get you a brother, drop the other, both of you, till you see my face again. May the Most High, the Ancient of Days, give you strength during this pandemic, this great scamdemic. Keep them shots out your arm and out your children's arms. Let's stay human. Alright. Peace to you. Shalom. Halito. Much emunah, meaning love to you. Always.